Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy WideShoes coming in with another basketball shoe review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the premium $160 Cosmic Unity 3s coming from Nike. And yeah, let's just get right into the review. All right, in standard tradition, we're going to be talking about what I like the most about the shoe, working our way down to what I like the least about the shoe. So what did I like the most about the Cosmic Unity 3s? It's definitely going to be the lockdown of the shoe. There's an extremely good lacing system. The eyelets of the shoe allow you to really crank the laces. That's something I'm a huge fan of. I was able to really tie this shoe tightly. Also, the materials that I'll go into later on, they are very good at conforming to your foot. And because the shoe is wide footer friendly, there is just a lot of stability coming from its wide base. So if you're worried about stability or worried about a shoe containing your foot or even preventing ankle rolls, this is a very good option, especially if you're going to be playing outdoors. All right, so what is my second most favorite part of the shoe? It's definitely going to be the traction. The traction is very reliable and consistent. Additionally, the bottom rubber of the traction is very durable and thick, so this shoe will perform well outdoors and will last quite some time. Additionally, I experienced very minimal dust pickup on the traction pattern from the shoe. And when there was a little bit of dust, it was very easy to just wipe the shoe with the palm of my hand. The forefoot of the shoe just fits really well into the palm of the hand. So it's a very reliable traction experience. I would probably say it's about an 8 out of 10. It wasn't necessarily stop on the dime traction, but it was very reliable. And there wasn't any time where I accidentally rolled out or my foot just didn't grip the floor. So I'm going to have to praise the Cosmic Unity 3s for their consistency in terms of traction. All right, now what is my third most favorite part of the shoe? It's definitely going to be the materials and the overall durability of the Cosmic Unity 3s. The upper materials are made of Flyknit and Flymesh. Basically, it's kind of like a weave. There's also an embroidered part to keep the outside of your foot locked into the shoe. What I will say is notable in terms of what you'll actually feel when the shoe's on foot. The tongue of the shoe is made of this kind of memory foam, extremely elastic material. I actually really like that part of the shoe. It was a little bit weird at first, but it did make the shoe just feel really good in a way that no other shoe really has. I mean, I've never seen a memory foam tongue like the Cosmic Unity 3s have. And so, yeah, in terms of the materials, they're very breathable, they're very durable. I will say, though, that with all the materials of the shoe is a little bit heavy. But despite that, I'm just going to say the materials are pretty solid on the Cosmic Unity 3s. All right, so now we're going to be transitioning into more of my least favorite parts of the shoe. And I actually really didn't like the fit of the Cosmic Unity 3s. The shoe is super wide and it is also super short. Now, normally I would say that would fit my foot perfectly, but I found in the toe box, my big toe on both feet would rub on the inner part of the shoe and cause a lot of discomfort. I actually ended up having to shelve the shoe just because my big toe would get really chafed because of how short the shoe is. Additionally, I don't think it's really possible for many people to go up half a size. I have extremely wide feet, and I know that if I did go up half a size, the shoe would be almost too wide for me, or the lockdown would have not been as good. I will say, despite those issues, I don't think it will affect a lot of individuals who purchase the shoe unless you have extremely skinny feet or your feet are on the longer side. Me personally, I haven't been fitting into a lot of Nike shoes recently because they run so long, and this is actually the first time I've run into the opposite issue from Nike. So if your feet are long or super skinny, I would say you might have to just skip the shoe. It's very wide footer friendly, but it just didn't really work out for me despite my foot being super short and super wide. All right, now we're going to be moving on to my biggest deal breaker of the shoe. My least favorite aspect of the shoe by far is definitely going to be the cushioning of the Cosmic Unity 3s. Personally, I really like the Cosmic Unity 2s, but there was just no way I could ever fit into those. Those shoes were extremely narrow. They were also extremely long, so I just could not wear them, had to return them. I was really excited to see that there were Cosmic Unity 3s, and I had heard from a lot of people they were wide footer friendly. So when I got the shoe, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm finally going to get this super plush cloud-like cushioning. There it was in the description too. The shoe claimed to have cloud-like cushioning. But when I put the shoe on, I thought something was wrong. I was so confused. It's a drop-in midsole. There is no zoom strobe unit this time. And despite that drop in midsole, the cushioning is extremely, extremely firm and not cloud-like at all. I actually had to wear these shoes for about 2 months before they started to feel broken in. So overall, the cushioning is extremely stiff. Also, the shoes heel to toe transition is not very good. They feel a little bit like you're wearing boots, a little bit clunky. And overall, the shock absorption also just wasn't very good for me. So as someone who really needs a lot of cushioning, I'm 6 feet tall, 205 pounds. I was just very let down by the lack of shock absorption, the lack of bounce, and just the stiffness of the drop in midsole. I will say after wearing them for about 2 months, the shoe did break in significantly, but it still was not a very good, I guess, cushioned ride. The court feel is pretty good here, but something like the James Harden Volume 7s gives me a lot of court feel while also having better cushioning. So it is a little bit hard for me to recommend these shoes, especially if you want something that's more cushioned like I do. So overall, I do think the cushion or the lack of cushioning is going to be the ultimate deal breaker for many when considering buying the shoe. I personally just could not justify wearing the shoe any longer because I was not well protected. I play basketball 3 times a week, and even if I wore these shoes one of those days, my joints would seriously hurt afterwards. Yeah, that's it. So overall, I'm going to give these shoes a 78 out of 100. The reason why that score is a little bit low is because of the cushioning issues. Also, that price tag of $160 is just not very justifiable. There's so many good shoes out right now. The LeBron NXTs, the Adidas James Harden Volume 7s, the KD 15s are also a better option. For $160, I'm just going to say pass on this shoe. I don't recommend picking it up unless you really need good lockdown. And if you maybe need an outdoor shoe, I think you should probably look at some of the Wave options that are coming out. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching my review. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next shoe review.